To imperative programming. In this, what are the concepts that we have studied in your previous session were like the generation of your languages, generation of the programming languages. As you all know, there are total 5 generations of programming languages were there. First generation, second, third, fourth and fifth generation programming languages were there. First generation, we came across something known as your machine level language.
Akshata,
Machine level, yes ma'am.
Yeah. PPT is visible for all the students. Arya is saying it is not displaying content.
It is visible, ma'am.
It is
It's
visible.
not visible.
It is visible.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh.
It is visible, ma'am, in the mobile. Might
Yeah,
be
it is
some
visible for
net.
me too.
Acha, students, just listen one thing. Due to some network problem, थोड़ा सा आपको visible भी हो सकता है, कभी-कभी आपको visible नहीं भी हो सकता है, थोड़ा सा network की वजह से. Okay. So it is visible. Pay attention in the lecture. At the end, you will get all the PPTs and all the required materials will be providing you. So please pay attention in the lecture. Okay. और कभी थोड़ा सा slow भी हो सकता है आपके end पे. Okay. So just pay attention in the lecture. Okay. Now we are going to start from your programming language generation. Okay. Programming language generation was total 5 programming language generations were there. First generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation and fifth generation programming languages were there. Okay. First generation programming language. Yeah, just listen to the lecture. The processing is going on. It's available in the mobile. It is taking some time. Just concentrate in the lecture now. Amita ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now it went back to the first slide. अभी mobile पे हाँ अभी proper है. Okay. Fine. Now we were discussing about programming language generation. First generation programming language, we came across something known as your machine level language. Machine level language is the one in which the instructions are represented in a form of a 0 and 1. That is basically called as your binary number format. Okay. And when we came across your second level languages, can you tell me second generation languages में हम लोगों ने क्या पढ़ा था? Second generation languages में what are the concepts that we have covered under your second generation languages?
Assembly language. Assembly language.
Very good. Assembly language program is basically मैंने बताया था digital electronics में हम लोग use करते हैं आपका assembly language program जहाँ पे whatever the instructions are there, it will be converted into a machine level language by the assembler itself. Assembly level language था हमारा second generation language. Third generation language we came across your C, C++, all these things we came across in your third generation programming language. Third generation programming language का मतलब होता है जहाँ पे high level programming language मतलब which resembles human thought process. Okay, that is what was invented in your third generation programming language. When we came across your fourth generation basically talks about, मैम ने बोला भी था SQLite हो सकता है, database के लिए हम लोग use करते हैं. अभी now what is the meaning of a database? Database का मतलब होता है basically when you do login process या railway ticket booking आप करते हो या tours and travels पे कुछ भी आप टिकट बुकिंग करते हो या स्विगी से फूड ऑर्डर करते हो आप, दैट इज लाइक हम लोग अपने एंड से वी विल प्रोवाइड आवर नेम, व्हाट आर द ऑर्डर्स आर देयर एंड देन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पेमेंट एम आई गोइंग टू डू, क्रेडिट कार्ड और डेबिट कार्ड पेमेंट, ये सब हम लोग करते हैं. बट दैट डेटा हैज टू बी स्टोर्ड समवेयर. ओके, हमारे एंड से हम लोगों ने सिर्फ ऑर्डर दिया, बट उनके पास जाना चाहिए. दैट डेटा हैज टू बी स्टोर्ड समवेयर. दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज योर डेटाबेस. लाइक लॉगिन हो सकता है तुम्हारा, यूजर नेम, पासवर्ड. यूजर नेम हम लोगों को पता है, पासवर्ड हम लोगों को पता है, बट योर मशीन शुड बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज अ वैलिड यूजर नेम एंड अ वैलिड पासवर्ड, कौन से पर्टिकुलर यूजर का है. दैट इज व्हाट इज डन इन योर डेटाबेस. एवरी इंफॉर्मेशन, all the records has to be maintained somewhere. That is done by your programming language generation, that is in your 4th generation. 5th generation, when we say smartphone, या कहाँ पे भी हम लोग स्मार्ट यूज करते हैं, स्मार्ट टेक्नोलॉजी होता है, एनीथिंग, द मशीन इज एबल टू मेक some kind of decision. We are giving some example of your AI, artificial intelligence का कुछ concepts that comes under your 5th generation programming language, okay, wherein your machine can decide on few factors. Your machine can be able to think and decide on few factors. That is what we have completed under your 5th generation of programming languages. This was a quick revision based on your programming language generation. पहला वाला था आपका machine level language, proper बोला आपने. Then दूसरा था आपका assembly language program. We came across our assembly language program, and we came across your high level language program. 4th generation में we concentrated somewhere around the database. 5th generation languages में जैसे prolog होता है, basically AI, where the machines can think and take their decisions. These were the generations of the languages. Now what is the next concept which we have covered in the last lecture? Moving towards the next slide. Amita ma'am. Okay, it says advantages of high level programming languages. Now what is the meaning of advantages of high level programming languages? Advantages of high level programming languages basically says advantages of high level programming languages basically says how it is better from my machine level language. As I told you, one of the best example was it was simple in the sense, as I told you, binary level language, we have to, the machine will work on the concept of a 0 and 1, whereas in high level language it is easy to remember for the human being what is the process or how the instruction should be given to the program. So these are the advantages of your high level language. As well, high level language, it is portable enough. या high level languages आप जो भी use करते हो, it is machine independent. So these are the advantages of your high level language. Next concept. Amita ma'am, next slide.
Yes ma'am, I have done.
Yeah. Now this is what we are going to cover today. There is a concept of a need of a compiler, interpreter and a linker, and we are going to study about the history of C, features of C, and we are going to study about the various applications of your C programming language. Okay, so these are the various concepts. Now moving ahead, what is a work which is done by the compiler, interpreter and a linker? Okay, now as I told you, you can make it out the work of a compiler. Compiler, in the last session I told you, the compiler is the one which converts whatever the instructions are written in a high level language to a machine understandable code. This is a work which is done by the compiler. Vinay, yeah, tell me, Vinay. You can unmute yourself and tell me.
A compiler translates high-level instructions directly into machine language before executing any of the instructions.
Very good. Amita ma'am, next slide. Okay, here as you can see एक पेपर फोल्ड होके नीचे आया एनिमेशन में, तो यहाँ पे हम लोग देख रहे हैं कंपाइलर क्या होता है. कंपाइलर इज द वन विच ट्रांसलेट्स हाई लेवल इंस्ट्रक्शंस डायरेक्टली इनटू अ मशीन लैंग्वेज बिफोर एग्जीक्यूटिंग एनी ऑफ द इंस्ट्रक्शंस. इसका मतलब होता है बेसिकली जो भी पूरा इंस्ट्रक्शंस रहेगा, हाई लेवल लैंग्वेजेस को कुछ भी आप लोग यूज करो, पहले हम लोग कंपाइल करते हैं. कंपाइल का मतलब होता है सारा इंस्ट्रक्शन, सारा कोडिंग, एवरीथिंग इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू अ machine level instructions and it is converted and it will be executed. So this is a work which is done by the compiler. And the next one is the work of your interpreter. Okay, after compiler the next one is the work of your interpreter. Statement बोलता है an interpreter translates high level instructions into an intermediate form which is then executed. अभी डिफरेंस क्या होता है, वर्क सिमिलर है. ओके, डिफरेंस इतना होता है इंटरप्रेटर विल ट्रांसलेट द इंस्ट्रक्शन लाइन बाय लाइन. ओके, कंपाइलर विल ट्रांसलेट एवरीथिंग टुगेदर, all the instructions at a time. It will translate everything together. That is a work which is done by the compiler. And when we come across your interpreter, the work which is done by your particular interpreter is basically line by line instructions will be converted into a machine level language. This is a work which is done by the interpreter. Okay, in your Python IDE, we make use of your interpreter. Python IDE, we make use of Python language, we make use of a interpreter. Okay, so the last concept, एक बार याद रखना, कंपाइलर हुआ हमारा कंसेप्ट हुआ, इंटरप्रेटर का कंसेप्ट हुआ, हम लोगों का लास्ट का कंसेप्ट है हम लोगों का द कंसेप्ट ऑफ अ लिंकर. ओके, so linker definition basically says linker is also called as link editors. Linking is the process of collecting and maintaining the piece of information. Linker का मतलब होता है बेसिकली, जैसे हम लोगों ने इंस्ट्रक्शंस लिखा है by making use of your C language, उसमें मैंने सारा इंस्ट्रक्शंस अपना लिखा है. अमिता मैम, एनिमेशन is not available. Animation is not available. Linker का
let me see.
Blank screen दिख रहा है. Okay, so linker का मतलब होता है yes, it's visible now. Okay, linker का मतलब होता है बेसिकली हम लोग लिंक का मतलब होता है हम लोग जो भी मशीन लेवल इंस्ट्रक्शंस होता है अपना, एक ऑब्जेक्ट कोड क्रिएट होता है अपना, एग्जीक्यूटेबल कोड, ऐसे फॉर्मेट में देयर आर 2 to 3 things which are combined together. So your linker is mainly used for linking up with all the different informations together. So this is a work which is done by the linker. Okay, all right, so compiler, interpreter and a linker. So can you just message in a chat box what are the concepts till now हम लोगों ने complete किया? A quick.
Ma'am, can you explain linker once again, please?
Okay, linker is mainly used to connect 2 to 3 different things together. Okay, जब भी आप कोड लिखते हो मशीन लेवल लैंग्वेज पे, तो हम लोगों का एक फाइल क्रिएट होता है, उसके बाद में एक ऑब्जेक्ट फाइल हम लोगों का क्रिएट होता है और एक एग्जीक्यूटेबल फाइल हम लोगों का क्रिएट होता है. तो 2 से 3 अलग अलग मॉड्यूल्स को कनेक्ट करने के लिए, लिंकर का मतलब होता है अलग अलग मॉड्यूल्स को कनेक्ट करने के लिए हम लोग यूज करते हैं, उसको लिंकर बोलते हैं. ओके, 2-3 अलग चीजों को कंबाइन करके उसको एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए हम लोग उसको बोलते हैं द लिंकर. ओके, मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Okay, there is a video to show you the working of a compiler and an interpreter. There is a video. Okay.
Ma'am, tell me once. Is it audible or not?
Yes.
Video.
It is not audible, ma'am. आपने start किया है क्या? Just तो screen दिख रहा है. Okay, the ma'am is sharing. Okay, so just wait for a second.
Is it visible now, ma'am?
It is visible. It is not in a presentation mode.
Okay,
now.
okay, I'm doing that. Yeah. Can you see, ma'am?
I can see you have not played the video, right?
And in the world of computers with
Yeah.
their strange, convoluted machine language, it's a bit like landing on another planet, whose inhabitants speak an equally strange, convoluted alien language. Getting a mechanic on planet Gobbledygook to repair your spaceship would present the same sort of problem that you have when you want to get a computer to do something. Everything you say has to be translated. And you have a choice between two different sorts of translator. One of them is called an interpreter, and the other is called a compiler. Let's suppose that you've previously written out your list of instructions for the repair of your spaceship. And suppose that you choose the interpreter to do the translating. He reads your first instruction, open lid of rocket engine, translates this into gobbledygook, and immediately passes it on to the mechanic, who executes the instruction. Then the interpreter reads your second instruction, remove spark plug, translates this into gobbledygook, and passes it on to the mechanic, who executes it. And so on and so forth. Now, notice how the interpreter works. He stays with you all the time, and he translates each of your instructions immediately, one by one. This is a rather slow process, because the mechanic has to wait while each instruction is being translated. But, on the other hand, it does give you a chance to correct your mistakes as you go along. If the mechanic removes the wrong spark plug, for instance, you'll see this happen right away, and you'll be able to change your instruction accordingly. Compare this with the way the second sort of translator, the compiler, goes about his work. He takes your complete list of instructions and without further ado translates the whole lot straight into gobbledygook. He then hands them back to you and goes away, leaving you all on your own. All this has taken some time, but from now on things will go very fast. You hand the complete list of gobbledygook to the mechanic, and he executes them all in one go. Bang, bang, bang. There's no waiting about this time. But there's one disadvantage to this, of course. If there was a mistake in your instructions, it's too late now. This analogy comes very close to the way the interpreter and compiler translator programs actually work with computers. An interpreter runs slowly, starts right away, and lets you see how things are going. Whereas a compiler takes extra preparation time before your program can run, but then lets it run very quickly and efficiently. To help you remember the difference between an interpreter and a compiler, look at the words themselves. Inter means between. The interpreter is always between your program and the computer, and it translates line by line. To compile, on the other hand, means to pile together. A compiler piles together your entire program and translates the whole thing all at once. Which one you use on planet Gobbledygook is entirely up to you. When you land in the world of computers,
Okay, अभी आपने देखा what is the use of a compiler and what is the use of a interpreter. The difference आपको समझ में आया? That basically says compiler होता है which translates everything together, whereas interpreter it makes converts everything line by line instructions. आपने ये particular video देखा, so just reply in a chat box. आपको क्या समझ में आया? Don't write the definition of an interpreter and a linker over here. Just write down what you have got from this by watching this particular video. Okay, just type it in your particular chat box. Okay, Aniket has written Aniket Joshi interpreter, right? Other students, please type the answers in your chat box. October, right? Siddesh, compiler is faster than interpreter, very good. Jivesh, right? All right. The next thing.
Yes.
Many of you have answered properly.
Yeah, many of you have understood it properly.
Very good. Proud of you students. Like, अच्छा लग रहा है सब लोग proper answer दे रहे हो और ध्यान
Yes,
दे
ma'am.
रहे हो to lecture. Very good. Very good performance. The main thing is, see, whenever you go for your particular exam ना, तो ये सारा concepts आपको key points में आपको याद रहना चाहिए. Okay, that is what is important. Amita ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Load नहीं हो रहा है PPT. तो थोड़ा सा.
It is visible for me, ma'am.
नहीं ma'am, यहाँ
For others?
No. Even in the mobile also it is not visible. Blank screen आ रहा है. मतलब वो आ रहा है. Blank screen आ रहा है. अभी वीडियो का आया ना अभी. वीडियो का दिखा रहा है.
But it is visible for me. Yeah.
हाँ.
Okay. Now you can see.
वीडियो का है. That is come. हाँ अभी डेनिस रिची का है अभी.
Okay. Okay.
So अभी तुम लोगों ने फटाफट बोला and one key point एग्जाम में हमेशा हम लोगों को key point याद रखना चाहिए because 5 marks का क्वेश्चन आएगा या थियरी क्वेश्चन आएगा. जैसे आप लोग आंसर कर रहे हो it is very good but you have to remember the key points. जैसे आप लोगों ने डाला था कंपाइलर का की पॉइंट्स क्या था, इंटरप्रेटर मतलब इंटरप्रेटर का की पॉइंट्स क्या था. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ऑलराइट, वेरी गुड. नाउ मूविंग फर्दर, Amita ma'am will explain.
Yes ma'am. Okay, students, can you see the picture on the slide and can you answer who is he? Who is the person? Yes. Raise your hands, students. I'll call out your names. If you know the person, if you remember the picture. Yeah, Rahul. He is
Dennis
Ritchie. Yeah. Thank you. So you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, students. He is known as the founder of the C language. Okay. He is the main behind the C language. Okay. So in the next slide, we are going to learn about history of C. Okay. We will learn about history of C. Yes, students, now you can stop writing your answers. Concentrate only on the lecture. Okay. Ma'am, slide is visible?
Ma'am.
Okay. So we are going to learn about brief history of the C language. As you all know, Dennis Ritchie is known as the founder of C. Okay. And C was originally developed by the Dennis Ritchie in around 1970. Means the work has started around 1972. Okay. So actually it is good to know about the history of anything. If we want to learn anything faster, we should peep into the history about it so we can make future, right? Hello, ma'am, am I audible?
Ma'am, it's audible.
Okay. So the history of C language is very interesting to know and we all should know about it. Okay, around 1958, before the development of Algol. You can see the Algol is written as the first language, है ना? मैं आपको C का history बता रही हूँ. अभी आप देख रहे हो ना, Algol is written over there, and the time is 1960. So before that, before the invention of Algol, around 1958, I don't know whether you have heard about it or not. The language was there called Fortran. Okay, Fortran. Even when I was doing my BSc, we were having this Fortran as a subject, and in the next semester we were having C. So I have learned about Fortran. Okay, so Fortran was the language before the invention of Algol, and the name Fortran comes from the formula translation. So this language was used for the engineering purpose, or basically mathematical purpose, for the formula thing. Okay, so Fortran was the language for engineering purpose. ठीक है, but उसमें अभी थोड़ा सा it was not what I can say, means it was not very simple. Okay, the code was lengthier, clumsy, so it was not easy to understand. Okay, so the Algol was invented after the Fortran. On the basis of the Fortran, Algol was invented, and this Algol name comes from the comes from the algorithm. The word behind Algol is algorithm. ठीक है? Content is visible. PPT is visible. Kainat?
PPT
No, ma'am,
is
it's
visible
not
here.
visible.
1 second here. Listen here. Might be some internet issue from your end. It is visible over here. So
Yeah,
just
so please
concentrate
concentrate
in the
on lecture.
Okay. Now, if
Okay.
sometimes PPT आएगा या PPT जाएगा, हम लोगों को अगर पता चलता है तो हम लोग बता देंगे. नहीं तो you just concentrate on the lecture. You will get everything. Okay. Thank you for informing.
ओके तो मैंने अभी आपको क्या बताया, एल्गोल हुआ. एल्गोल के पहले फोर्ट्रान था, विच आई डिडंट मेंशन इन द पीपीटी. ठीक है, अभी एल्गोल आया, और एल्गोल किससे ड्राइव हुआ? फ्रॉम द वर्ड एल्गोरिथम. नाउ रिसर्च चल ही रहा था, बिकॉज एल्गोल एंड फोर्ट्रान बोथ वर बेस्ड ऑन द मैथमेटिक्स एंड इंजीनियरिंग. दे वर नॉट जनरल पर्पज लैंग्वेज. ये सारे एप्लीकेशंस के लिए यूज नहीं हो सकता था. सो रिसर्च वाज गोइंग ऑन. सो एट यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कैम्ब्रिज एंड लंडन there were a scientist called Christopher. He has developed a language called CPL, that stands for Common Programming Language. क्या बनाया उसने? एक Common Programming Language बनाया. उसका नाम रखा उसने CPL. ठीक है, एक साइंटिस्ट था, उसका नाम था क्रिस्टोफर स्ट्रेची. ठीक है, he has developed Common Programming Language. ठीक है, एल्गोल और BCPL के बीच में भी एक लैंग्वेज था CPL. बट बहुत सारे लोग इसके बारे में नहीं जानते हैं, सो आई डिडंट मेंशन दैट. CPL. ठीक है, CPL वाज इन्वेंटेड बाय क्रिस्टोफर एट यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कैम्ब्रिज एंड लंदन. ठीक है, एंड ही वाज ट्राइंग टू डेवलप अ लैंग्वेज फॉर जनरल पर्पस, बिकॉज फोर्ट्रान वाज बेसिकली फॉर इंजीनियरिंग, एंड एल्गोल डिडंट बिकम सो पॉपुलर बिकॉज इट वाज हैविंग सम इश्यूज रिलेटेड टू नेटवर्किंग एंड ऑल. Okay, so Algol was not very popular, so research चलती रही. क्या डेवलप हुआ? CPL. ठीक है, अभी CPL was also having some issues, so research was going on again at the same University of Cambridge and London. मार्टिन रिचर्ड करके एक साइंटिस्ट था. मार्टिन रिचर्ड had developed BCPL. ठीक है, he has added some features to CPL and made BCPL, that stands for Basic Common Programming Language. ठीक है, क्या बनाया उसने? Basic Common Programming Language. Because it was based on the ground of CPL, तो उसका नाम भी सेम पड़ा, Basic Common Programming Language. Okay, and again BCPL could not serve the main motto of developing common purpose language. It was basically for some applications. So again research was going on at the same university, and क्या हुआ? Ken Thompson was the scientist. He was the scientist at actually AT&T Bell Labs. ठीक है, AT&T Bell Labs around 1970. He has developed the language called B. Okay, AT&T Bell Labs, you might have heard about it, I think. And it is one of the recognized labs exclusively for computer and software and programming language research. Okay, so it is very famous. AT&T, situated at USA. It is in USA, and this lab still exists. It is one of the wonderful labs in USA. So here at AT&T Bell Lab, there was a scientist named Ken Thompson. Ken Thompson. He developed a language called B. Okay. B was based on BCPL. तो उसने क्या किया, बाकी CPL को स्ट्राइप किया and he has taken a name B. Okay, तो सबसे पहले क्या था, Algol, then CPL, BCPL and B. These all languages are based on each other. Not on each other. I need to say B is based on BCPL, BCPL is based on Algol, and so on. Please mute yourself. Okay. So now, at the same laboratory, AT&T Bell Laboratory, there was a person, Dennis Ritchie, okay, who was very, we can say, who was very intelligent. He was a great scientist, and he was very impressed by the B language. Okay, B language जो इसके पहले था ना, he was very impressed by that. So he has added some features to B language and developed C language. C language was basically developed for Unix operating system. ठीक है, कल मैंने आपको बताया था ना, C language is known as the compiler maker. ठीक है, compiler, operating system functions, we can make use of C to build the compiler and operating system functions. So C was developed basically for the Unix operating system. Okay, and who was the founder of C? Dennis Ritchie. Dennis Ritchie was impressed by the B language, and he has added some features to B and named it as a C. Okay, after B, what comes? C. So he is named as C. So the things to remember is that C is developed at AT&T Bell Laboratory by the Dennis Ritchie in 1973. Okay, students? Okay, students?
Yes,
Any doubt in it?
No, ma'am,
Okay.
no doubts.
No, no. Then ANSI committee were also there, who has added some features to the traditional C in 1989, and it is called as NCC, American National Standard for Information Exchange. ठीक है, फिर ऐसे करके कमेटी आती गई, उसमें और चेंजेस हुए, एंड अभी जो सी है वो दैट वाज डेवलप्ड इन 2011. तो मैंने इतना सब ऐड नहीं किया इस स्लाइड में, बट वी शुड नो अबाउट एल्गोल, बीसीपीएल एंड बी. उसके बाद ही सी बना, फिर तो उसमें बहुत सारे चेंजेस होते रहे. एंड सी वाज बेसिकली डेवलप्ड फॉर द यूनिक्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. अंडरस्टूड? ओके, तो आप इसको कैसे याद रख सकते हो?
Yes.
A, B, C and D. D is for Dennis Ritchie. A, B, C, D stands for anybody can dance, or you can say your divisions are also A, B, C, D. है ना? Ma'am, am I visible?
No, ma'am.
Now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So the things to remember is history of C में. It is developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1973 at AT&T Bell Laboratories, and it is based on BCPL and B. BCPL stands for Basic Common Programming Language, and B is based on BCPL. That is language for the common programming language for the common application development. Okay, so this is all about the history of C. Is it okay, students? Any doubt till here? Okay. So now next move. Hello. Sorry. Features of C. What are the features of high-level programming languages? We have discussed it yesterday, है ना? One of the basic feature of high-level programming language is simplicity. So the features of C include simplicity also. Simplicity is one of the feature of C. Simplicity का meaning ये नहीं है कि language बहुत simple है, okay, and it cannot perform any task. No, this is not the meaning of this term. Simplicity means the syntax is simple, okay. We can learn C easily. Syntax is simple, rules are simple, but it is not that language is very simple to learn also. You need some programming concepts, you need some background before learning it. So we are giving that background to you. History and features of C. Uniformity, yes, we have learned all these things yesterday. And you all know this. Anna? What is the meaning of portability? Can anybody tell me? If you know, then raise your hands. I'll call out your names.
The use is of all computers, that the program can be run on all computers.
Yes, Sushrita. Surshita. Okay, Surshita.
Ability to run program on any on any machine and computer.
Excellent. Thank you. Then comes machine independent. Okay. And less error prone. ये अभी अक्षता मैम ने भी आपको रिवाइज करवाया है सब कुछ. Okay. So I'll go ahead towards our next slide. That is rich library. Okay, C is having very rich library. Means there are so many functions available in C, and we can use those functions directly. There is no need to write those functions again. We can make use of existing C functions. Okay, in our program. समझ में आया? कोई अगर फंक्शन है जो पहले से अवेलेबल है तो फिर से लिखने का उसको कोई फायदा नहीं. We don't need to write that code again in our program. What we can use? We can make use of existing functions of C. So C is having very rich library. Okay. It is called middle level language. अभी आप लोग confuse हो गए कि कल तो बताया था high level language है, अभी ये middle level language कहाँ से आ गया? है ना? Because C stands between low level language and high level language. So some people call it middle level language. Middle level language means इसमें कुछ features low level language के भी हैं. So it is very near to computer machine. It is very near to computer circuitry. ये बताया ना मैंने आपको कि C is basically developed for the Unix operating system, for making Unix operating system. So you can understand the power of C language. Unix operating system is developed in C language only. ठीक है, तो ये कितना ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के करीब है, कितना मशीन के करीब है कि ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम फीचर्स कैन बी डेवलप्ड इन द C लैंग्वेज. सो सम पीपल कॉल इट मिडिल लेवल लैंग्वेज. तो इट इज हैविंग ऑल द फीचर्स ऑफ हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज, बट बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स compatibility with the low level language, it is also called as middle level language. Okay, any doubt in this? और कंफ्यूज मत होना, मिडिल लेवल लैंग्वेज है कि हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज है. ओके
मैम, कैन यू एक्सप्लेन मिडिल लेवल लैंग्वेज अगेन?
या मिडिल लेवल लैंग्वेज बेटा मींस ये हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज एंड लो लेवल लैंग्वेज के बीच में ही है. मींस कुछ फीचर्स इट इज हैविंग ऑफ हाई लेवल लैंग्वेजेस एंड some features it is also having of low level language. Low level language means machine language and assembly language. ठीक है, तो assembly language, machine language मैंने आपको कल बताया था ना कि computer can understand only machine language. ठीक है, तो कंप्यूटर का नेटिव लैंग्वेज तो मशीन लैंग्वेज हुआ ना, उसका मदर टंग. ठीक है, तो लो लेवल लैंग्वेज के कुछ फीचर्स सी में भी हैं. इसीलिए सी को हम यूज करते हैं ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम बनाने में, ऑपरेटिंग कर्नेल बनाने में. Please mute yourself, students. Okay, so it is also called as middle level language. Aniket, I hope I have cleared your doubt.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Now, memory management. There are various techniques available in C through which we can manage memory of the computer. Okay, we can allocate memory, we can deallocate memory whenever we need in our program. ये भी memory management का concept, whenever we do our programming, you will understand it properly. Okay, तो अभी मैं इसके depth में नहीं जाऊंगी, but you need to learn, you need to remember it. Memory management can also possible in the C. Okay, dynamic memory allocation करके एक feature है. We will learn it whenever we learn programming. Okay, structured programming language. There is a structure of developing a program. Means पहले variable declaration होगा. We need to include some library function. So there is a structure. ठीक है? We can develop our program modular wise. एक structure बना के we can develop our program. So it is called as structured programming language. Understood, student? Or if you have any doubt, you can let me know. Slide is visible to all now? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Because at my end it is loading again.
Structured तक का हो गया है, rich library तक का.
Okay.
Again, the same thing is.
Yeah. Okay. So now C is also having the concept of pointers. Okay, and pointer deals with the computer's memory. Pointers deals with the computer memory. Pointer करके एक concept है, उसके through we can provide the address of the computer memory to the variable. So by the help of pointers we will deal with the computer memory directly. ये भी जब हम C का प्रोग्रामिंग पढ़ेंगे तब we will learn this concept. बट आपको याद रखना है कि C के पास pointer करके भी concept है. Okay, extensible. Extensible means ma'am, it is visible ना?
Extensible तक आया है.
Okay, so extensible means C can adopt new features very easily. Okay, see, if somebody wants to write some functions and add to its library, then it is possible. इसीलिए तो इतना डेवलपमेंट होते आया है ना. कभी ट्रेडिशनल C था, then ANSI C आया, then ISO C, और उसके बाद 2011 तक उसमें डेवलपमेंट हो गया है. So C is extensible. It can adopt new features easily. Okay. Recursion. Recursion is a concept. Whenever we learn about functions in the C, we will see this concept recursion. Recursion is the ability to call any function again and again. Okay, function बनाएंगे हम. Function means अगर आपने एक कोड लिख के रखा है, कोड को reuse करना है. Reuse करना है means आपको प्रोग्राम में again वही lines of code फिर से चाहिए. Then we can make a function for those lines and we can use that function again and again. So recursion is the ability to call any function again and again in the programming. So these concepts actually basically related to the programming, pointers, recursion, memory management. So we will learn it. ठीक है? Whenever we learn programming, means actual programming जब हम लिखना चालू करेंगे, then we will learn those functions, those concept again. ठीक है? अभी आपको याद रखना है. And it is also having fast speed. ठीक है? Execution इसका fast होता है in compare to other high level languages. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही कि लो लेवल लैंग्वेज इतना फास्ट होता है, बट इन कंपेयर टू अदर प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज द एग्जीक्यूशन स्पीड इज फास्ट. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट्स, डू यू हैव एनी डाउट इन दिस फीचर्स ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस? या रिकर्सन Ganesh, recursion means the ability of programming to call a function again and again. हम क्या करेंगे, एक फंक्शन बना के रखेंगे. जब भी हम प्रोग्राम पढ़ेंगे तभी आप अच्छे से सीखोगे. एक फंक्शन बना के रखेंगे तो उस फंक्शन को उसी प्रोग्राम में how many times we can call it, that is called recursion. Okay student, I hope there is no doubt till here. Yeah, pointer is the concept based on memory management of the computer. ठीक है, पॉइंटर के थ्रू वी कैन डील विद द कंप्यूटर्स मेमोरी. यस प्रीति, आई एम टेलिंग अबाउट पॉइंटर्स. पॉइंटर्स का कंसेप्ट कहाँ से आया है? मेमोरी मैनेजमेंट से. नोट्स भी हम लोग प्रोवाइड करेंगे शुभम. श्रावणी एंड प्रीति, पॉइंटर ये हम लोग अच्छे से पढ़ने वाले हैं. फंक्शंस भी. कॉल इट मीन्स जब भी आप प्रोग्राम पढ़ोगे तभी मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि फंक्शन को कैसे कॉल करते हैं. ठीक है, कॉल करते हैं मीन्स उस फंक्शन को कैसे यूज करते हैं बार बार. एक बार आपने कोड लिख के रख लिया, देन हाउ मेनी टाइम यू कैन कॉल इट, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज रिकर्शन. ठीक है, कॉल इट मीन्स हाउ मेनी टाइम्स यू कैन यूज दैट फंक्शन. ओके, okay, thank you.